She's obviously seen these.
These are pictures of my daughter I did that's when she was 9. And she must have been 15, 16 then.
So beautiful, it looks just like her. This new collection of work is mainly paintings done from the water.
Yeah.
Looking back towards the land.
But also places, you know, having paddled around in the boat or chugged along the canal, or you find places to stop, and it's those vantage points, you know, that some of them are quite unique because you come to them from the water, but even if they're not, even if you've climbed up a piece of cliff or something, there's a sense of a journey, a sense of placing that in relation to your experience of that journey. I think we're sitting in the world that's around us, and our thoughts are changing all the time, and so our sense of what's there is going to change. Everything is. It isn't the same really. Every minute of every day, things change. The light changes. Especially the stuff that I paint, the tide goes in and comes out, and the sun moves through the sky. Everything's different at all times. So I'm really aware of that, especially as I get older. I notice things a lot more now. When I was a kid, when I was a youngster, I just used to skate across the surface, didn't really see stuff, wasn't really looking. I thought I was, but I wasn't really. And I enjoy the process of looking a lot more now.
Do you think your work's changed much over those 28 years?
I think it has, but I've noticed, it is quite a subtle change. I'm pretty much use the same methodology, but I think the subject matter's changed a bit, and my general approach is I spend a lot more time on each piece now.
Do you?
Yeah. The sky colour is very similar to the sky colour down in Cornwall, in that you get, and my appreciation of that has changed over the years, because I always used to have like a sort of dusty pinky grey down here, and then it would slowly go into like a cobalt blue, but I realised there's a dusty turquoisey element to it as well. In Italy you get the same sort of colour sky. There's sorts of colours, but completely different place. This is just over there somewhere. Brittain-Mansbridge, which is in this direction. This is Porthcurno Beach. You just sort of see the Minnock Theatre there. Bit of a wave study there. See a bit of light catching through where that little turquoisey bit there. Classic Cornish waves breaking on the beach. Quite a lot. I love this little collection of buildings and water. So this is again the coastline near here. This is on a dark and moody day. St Ives, believe it or not. The shallows looking across, and further out to the right would be the lifeboat station. Behind me is the Smeaton's Pier, and it makes, I wanted to paint it so that the buildings look like cliffs, the light pouring down across it and the cloud. Walk up from the beach, so the light's shining on the sea, and there's a path wending its way down. So you can see the path, and it goes down to the beach. The rock breaks down and is weathered by the rain and the wind, and each piece of cliff has its own character. And that you would recognise the character of this beach anywhere, really. You know, any photographs or paintings you take. Venice, similar again.
That's fabulous. Is that from a bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to say it's a jetpack, but it's not. So that is, it's the Grand Canal, isn't it? It's the main thoroughfare in Venice. But you do get lots of little tiny back streets. This is one of the back streets, which are, sometimes they virtually touch at the top. They're leaning out into the space. The Grand Canal, but further along, you get all these beautiful domes. This is Bath, and there are lots of similarities between Bath and parts of Italy on the water. I think it's Florence, isn't it? The Ponte Vecchio in France that the Ponte Bridge is based on. A painting outside the outside part of it will take about 4 hours. In 4 hours, there's a lot of change. So your painting represents the planet moving around, it's a very small movement. You're actually recording time held in that picture. But also, I get to a point where I want the painting to be something in its own right, not slavishly copying what I see, but representing something. The marks are important, the balance of the picture is important, the amount of dark and light, the colour is important. I've always thought about with painting is it locks time. So you look through, especially with watercolours and drawing pads and all the stuff that goes towards the background of producing a painting. It encapsulates time. So, I mean, I've got drawing pads full of drawings of trips on various holidays, which never to be turned into paintings. But it's a diary of the time you spent in that place, and it brings back all those memories. And that, for me, that's lengthens your life, because you're constantly looking over and revisiting an earlier part of life. Church in Spain, Bristol Suspension Bridge. There's Edinburgh. That's the gallery. Looking down from the castle. It's looking across at the castle. Also Edinburgh. This is during the Edinburgh Festival. Some sketching there. I think just generally my attitude towards life is a bit deeper and more spiritual than it used to be.